full for you, and it's getting really great feedback. So I don't know if you heard the feedback before, Imaani, but Raj Selly from Solar Radio, what an amazing track from start to finish with the incredibly humble but super talented lady that is Imaani on vocal duties alongside the wonderful Mr. Bedeau on the buttons to produce possibly the best release on Bedfunk today. Big call, as this is number 47, and he does like a lot of the stuff as well. Wicked slab of top quality soulful house. Lee Coffey, House Ed London, all mixes superb. Great song, well sung, top work, Pat. Lars Behrenroth, deeper shades of house, massive following he has. Big in the game, been in it for a very long time. Got one of the most successful podcast radio shows syndicated around the world. Very nice house music jam. Deli G, The Touch and Good Vibrations music. Top release, Pat. Shane, Fish Go Deep. Like it, a fine vocal treated to a luxurious bass groove. Sarah Favoritism, absolutely cracking song. Well done, guys. The Journeymen, need no introduction, but Sunsea Beat, Southport Weekender, Deep into Soul and everything in between. If we're on X Factor, it's a yes from us. Top work. Bobby and Steve, Garage City, everyone knows him. Love it, full support. And the main man, Paul Stewart, Southport Weekender, signature Pat Bedeau bass and beats, driving the groove, and a beautiful vocal from the legend Imaani. Top draw as always. So, yeah, that's just what people think of it. The promo went out on Friday to some of our nearest and dearest DJs who have been following us and supporting us from the start. So that's great. If you want the full lineup and full information, go to www.bedfunk.com. But today, what I wanted to do is get to know the wonderful Imaani. So let's just get into it, shall we? Because I've talked a lot now and I really want to hear from you. Imaani, tell us about yourself. Just tell us about your earliest memories of music, like what got you to this point, but where it kind of started.
Okay, so I was born in Nottingham, and I grew up around all of my uncles who were in a band at the time called Pegasus, and they used to rehearse in my grandma's basement. And as a kid, and I'm talking 5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
I used to sneak down to the basement and watch them rehearse. They also had a sound system, so they used to build the big
You grew up
speaker
with big
boxes.
speakers, yeah, of course.
I grew up on the big speakers, man, and I would
Yeah,
go down and sit there.
like that is great, and you go in there and you're like, wow, there's some big speakers, man.
It's the best. It's the best.
And what music were they doing? What was the band about?
It was a soul band. It was a soul funk band.
Oh, wow.
At the time, even though there was reggae on the sound. And my uncle Chris Ballin played bass. And at the time, I didn't even know what an amazing singer he was. Chris Ballin, you may know from Incognito, because he joined a couple of years before I did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's got a song called oh God, can't remember the name of it now. Anyway, because I'm old, I'll come back to that. But Chris,
we all get mental blockage when
we
we're live on camera. Don't worry, I get it all the time.
There you go. Labour of Love. See, it came back to me. So he's an amazing vocalist, but at the time I knew him as a drummer. And you know, my other uncle's bass, guitar, keys, and all of that. So I'd sneak down and watch that. And I used to say to him, "You wait, one day I'm going to sing." And that was it. You know, never thought anything.
You didn't sing with them then, but you just like said, "I'll be back."
Yeah, I was just a kid, so I wasn't really. I wasn't supposed to be there. So there's a lot of times we were like, "Get her out of here! Can you send her upstairs?" So fast forward years
Bob
on.
Jeffries is saying Chris Ballin is a top singer. So
he's a bad man.
People know him. So you've grown up in a very musical family. And what about like your direct family? Were your mum and dad, were they into music?
No, not really. They listened to a lot of music. I remember listening to a bit of Dionne Warwick as a kid from my dad's collection, and I nicked his Bob Marley Exodus album when I left home at 19 to come down to London, because I played it. Hence the dreads, because I was a big Marley fan. Still am, of course. That's in my blood now. But no, I joined a choir at school years later, and then I was put in for Battle of the Bands, and they used to make me sing in the toilets, the girls. I used to have to do these concerts in the toilets because the acoustics were good. It
With
was
a
hilarious.
hairbrush kind of thing.
I'd be singing a bit of "Then the two of us need to look no more." All of that
Wow.
behaviour.
I'm sure they love that then. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So let's I don't want you to tell me too much on that one because I've got many questions for
All
you.
right.
Who are your music and I don't even know what order these needs to go in, so bear with me if it's
All
like
right.
what are you talking about? But who are your musical heroes?
I have to say, Shaka Khan. I've always been a bit of a wannabe Shaka Khan. Al Green. I like the old ones, man. Gladys Knight. I'm a soul singer and I love soul
Yeah,
music and
no,
I love soul
everyone you're
vocals.
talking about is absolutely amazing,
Yeah.
and Shaka Khan definitely the disco queen. I mean, we like in the soulful house thing. She's kind of it, isn't it? As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I love all the greats, Aretha and all the others, but
Yeah,
Shaka would be my top voice. And I've met her and I had the pleasure of working with her as well. And we're the
really. How
same
was
height.
that? How was that?
We're the same height as well, so that's great. It was amazing. What an honor. What an honor.
Oh, I can imagine. I
Yeah.
remember when she performed at Southport. It was like everything. All my dreams had come true to see her playing at Southport. It was just
I
incredible.
believe we were behind her. Wasn't it Incognito who was our backing band?
I think it was. Yeah.
I think I was there, baby. I think I was behind
Yeah,
her.
no, I think he was, and I
Freaking
can't
out.
remember. I can't remember who I was standing there with. It might have been at Jazz, even I think,
Yeah.
and Ben Brophy and that. But we was just standing there going, "Does it get any better than this?" And I've got
She's
to say, yes, it does, because now I'm talking to you.
well, I used to say to Shaka back then that I'm in training. I'm a Shaka in training. Whenever if you need me, babe, I'm there. Never
Oh,
got
excellent. Excellent. Well, that's great. That's yeah, I love that. That's one musical hero that amongst the others as well. And you
yeah.
know, I think in what we do, you know, you take inspiration from those guys, and you know, why not take it from the best?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got these. I'm going to ask in another order. What's your favorite musical genre?
I've got to be honest, right?
Please, I only want honesty here.
I'm a reggae girl.
Okay.
I'm a reggae girl all day long. Whatever the gig
Really?
is, I'm a
Well,
soul
hence
singer.
the dreads and
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm a reggae girl, man. When I get back in my car after a session or a gig or whatever, it's reggae.
yeah.
Oh, it's Dennis Brown I'm playing.
The
It's
boof boof comes on
it's
and you're
boof
like,
boof. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm a reggae girl, man. That is probably my most preferred. But then, I go back to the hip hop days. I used to carry a bit of liner around when I was a teenager and spin on my knee.
can you do the windmill? Do you
I
break
could
that?
do 1.5 flares back in my
Really?
heyday,
Do
and
you
I
know
was
what?
the
That
only
was
girl in the
zero.
crew.
I used to do a bit of body popping, but that was as far as it went. So I'm impressed, impressed. Hiya,
Yeah,
Sophia Rabina. Lovely to have you on. Derek Ward, respect, brother. Okay, so you're reggae. Reggae, I like that. I
yeah,
like
that's.
that a lot. Reggae's deep, man. Okay. How did you start writing music and eventually recording?
That's interesting. I don't. Do you know what? I think I fell in like with most of the things in the industry. I just
Yeah.
fell in. I happened to be in the right place at the right time, and a group of. In fact, it was Jocelyn Brown. When I think about it,
Ay,
so
ay, ay. Come on, girl.
yeah,
Come on, you just bring it up.
I know,
Bombs and
I
bombs.
know. So
Shaka and
I credit
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn
What's
Brown
up?
with my beginnings. She gave me my first money in this business. She gave me my first 25 quid.
Jocelyn Brown.
Jocelyn Brown. So
Wow.
yeah, so it's my story of starting in music was just I just met a dude on a bus who told me that he said I can't get through the day without asking your name, girl. It was really cheesy. So I took his number, went along my way to my job that I had at the time selling perfume door to door, which I was really crap at. And anyway, I lost my job and had this number in my pocket, and I rang the number and he said, "Let me take you to a party." And I went to Jocelyn's house. And I was shocked when the door opened. It was like, that is actually Jocelyn Brown, somebody else's guy lady. I nearly
He
died.
won't just speech in you.
Oh, I nearly died. And she was giving it, come on in and eat. I'm like, wow. So he told everyone I was a singer because I'd said those stupid words. And I had to stand in the back garden. And I think it was like Ruby Turner was there. There were
Ay,
some
ay,
guys from
ay.
Aswad. It was just like, for me, star studded. I was 19, 20, just come to London. and I sang the lyrics to the song Layla Hathaway's "Baby, Baby, Don't Cry." It's the only tune I knew the words to, and that was it. So I started working with Jocelyn's daughter, and I would hang out up at the house, babysit the grandkids a little bit, and we just made a load of music. And then one day Jocelyn said, "Do you want to come and watch a video being made?" I was like, "Yeah, I'd love it." So I ended up dancing as a shadow behind this screen in the Jocelyn Brown "She Got Soul" video. And she said, "Girl, you got to get paid. You know, you need to. You're not on the payroll, but you should never come out to work and not get paid." So she emptied her purse and she had 25 quid. And I'm looking at this money like they pay you.
Back
They
then,
pay
that's
you
big
for
money as
this.
well, wasn't it?
That was back then. It was big money. So I was in. That was it for me.
Yeah,
Job
so
done.
hook, line, and
Yeah, finish.
mate. How did you manage to do that though? You just started at the top, innit?
I started at the top. I don't know how it happened, but I
Rocking
started
with
at the top.
Shaka, rocking with Jocelyn. I mean, them too. I mean, seriously, when it comes to again soul, do you know what I mean? The stuff Jocelyn's done, and then again Soulful House.
Yeah.
Them two are just the queens, man.
The
Them
Queens,
two.
exactly. Top end, top end. Now, I've been really lucky, and between those guys, and obviously with Incognito, I've met a lot of people along the way. I'm 27 years into my association with that band, so I've just been really lucky. I've been
Amazing.
around the world and bumped shoulders with lots of amazing people. But
Yeah.
House is different. House came across in a different way for me. I started with copyright.
There you go again, starting at the top once again. I mean, come on. The funny thing was, like, when I was doing a little bit of research about you after we was like working together, or sort of like just before we did, and I didn't even realize that was you on Wise Man. Man, I
Oh,
love that track so
oh,
bad.
really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just a killer groove. The vocal is just one of those. I was rocking it
Oh.
for a long time. It's just one of my absolute standout favorites.
Those boys were so much fun to work with. They used to. I can't remember which one it was, either Sam or Gav that called me. It might have been Gav actually to come and get involved. Do you want to come up and do a tune? And I was like, I don't really know anything about house at the time. I'm a soul girl, but they'd take me into the DJ little room that they had and play
Yeah,
the current top 20 tunes that were out at the time. And then we just get together and just write. And we did some wicked stuff. We did Wise Man, we did Bring Me Love, we did
yeah,
I Pray. The first, in fact, I was this first tune on their label, which was Running Away. That was the first one we wrote
really.
together. So I was their first vocalist, let's say.
Yeah, and the thing is, I will just add as well that there's no such thing as luck.
Okay, okay,
There's no such thing as luck. You're exactly when, as the saying says, you're exactly where you're meant to be.
okay.
And you obviously got the talent to back it up, and you just started at the level you needed to. So
Thank
respect to
you.
that. And what I was going to say is, or what I was going to ask, what specifically got you into making house music? So that's been done. But have you experimented with any other genres at all?
Yes. And I don't know if I should. Yeah, I have. I used to do drum and bass back in the day. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I got one tune out. I'm the voice on Freak Like Me, the Dub Conspiracy True Faith version. I don't know if anybody knows that.
I
Let
did
me
check that
lay it
out. It's
on the
wicked as
line.
well.
Oh my God, that takes me back. So that went out in,
Originally with Dina Howard, isn't it? Bad boy
yeah,
tune, man. Come on.
it was
That tune.
originally a bootleg, and the bootleg did really well. So I was approached by Dub Conspiracy to come in and re-vocal, and I had to try and make it as similar to the plate as I could.
Yeah.
And then it went out. We managed to sign it to Positivo. We put it out, and it went it went in at number 12. It was like, oh, it did really well. And then we charted them days, top of the pops, the whole lot.
Wow.
It was really cool. So yeah, in the dance field, I've done a bit of that. Um, I've done a little bit of reggae. I've done a
Hey, bro, I
couple of
have to put you
tunes.
back. I'm on a live. You've done a bit of reggae, did you say?
Yeah, I got a couple of tunes out with a guy called Gil Sang on Tough Scout. So yeah, bit of this, bit of this, bit of that.
Bit of this, bit
Eclectic.
of that. Well, you've been in the
Yeah,
game a long time, innit? And
yeah.
as we're talking about charts, you've had quite a lot of success, haven't you? I don't know how much you want to go into it, but again, researching, I did not know that you represented your country.
I did. I'm not ashamed. It was absolutely fine.
And I don't think you should be as well. I don't think you. I think you should be extremely proud. So why don't you tell us about how that come about and what exactly happened? Because I mean, like I said, I didn't know, and I was like, whoa. And
Yeah.
if I wasn't as confident as I am, at that point, I would have been like, I can't ask her to act with me. That's it, done. I'm out. But
You
luckily,
are
I was. So.
confident. There's no doubt about it. No, I was doing a little sideline. I was an in-house vocalist at a publishing company called Hit and Run. So the writers would write their tunes. They need a female. I'll come along and I'll sing them, and then we put them into the system. So I vocaled this tune and went about my business, took my money, went about my business, and then they said, "We're going to enter it into the Eurovision." I said, "That's fantastic. Have a lovely time. I'm off over here."
Yeah.
And they said, no, we want you to sing. I said, no, I'm too cool for the Eurovision. I've got dreads. And I've just come out of, I'd done Incognito for a year, and then I did a band called Urban Species, which was very cool, very dreadlocks central, you
Oh,
know what I mean?
wicked.
Yeah, we weren't we were on Talking Loud. It wasn't about no Eurovision thing. So I said, no,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. But they paid me consistently. 5 versions we did of that tune. They kept calling me ballad version, dance version, whatever version. And my
Right.
manager worked on me and he said, look, what we're going to do is we're going to use this as a promotional opportunity, because the Eurovision this year is going to be in England, because we won the year before as a
Oh,
country.
wow. Even
Uh,
better.
yeah, so I got to do it in Birmingham. And he said, it's fine. There's going to be 100 million viewers, right? It's out in 25 countries. What we'll do is we'll get your album ready at the same time and we'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
So I was persuaded and I went in and sang and I came second. I was like, oh,
Well,
and nobody's
which is
beat me
probably, to
since.
be fair, with Eurovision, it's probably better to come second than first, right?
I don't know. I mean, it's not been a route that I followed, um, because it didn't really work out for me. I was signed to EMI at that time for
Yeah.
that deal. And so I did the Eurovision. Everything was amazing. Blaze of glory. Saw the limousines. Did some personal shopping at Liberty. Had a lovely time.
Brilliant.
You know. And then the next thing, there was a cull. What I'd like to think of as a cull. So EMI dropped loads of artists, and I was one of them. And it was a lot of black artists that disappeared from that label as well at the time.
Okay.
Because there would have been me and Lyndon David Hall was there still. Misha was on the label. Beverly Knight was on that label. I think Beverly kept her deal, and a lot of us had to move on. And that was it. I sat in my house thinking, wow, I don't know. I couldn't get arrested. I sat around for about 6 months. And then one of my backing vocalists on the Eurovision, who actually was also another Incognito vocalist, who did Still a Friend of Mine, one of my most favourite songs, he was doing a gig. And I said, Mark, can I come and do your backing vocals or something? Can I come and sing for you? He was like,
Yeah.
I haven't got any money. I said, babe, I will pay you. I need to come out of my house. I can't not sing. I don't
Yeah.
function well when I don't sing. So I turned up and did his gig, and that was it. I was back in, because in this game you need to be seen.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
and
You're
I'm a bit
only
of
as
a
good as your
homebody.
last track kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and you need to be. If you're not out in the public eye, people don't remember you, and your phone won't ring. So as soon as I came out and sang on stage, people are like, oh yeah, Imaani, yeah, I've got this thing. Do you want to come and do you
Oh,
fancy blah blah blah? And
wicked.
it brought me back basically. But there was a minute
Brilliant.
there where I thought it was all over.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Because I think people have a perception of you when you're seen, when you're doing a bit of telly and you're doing a bit of this and that. They think, oh, she's famous. She won't work with me. She's too busy. She's, before you pick up the phone and think, oh, Imaani might, they would be like, she probably wouldn't. She's probably above that now. She's on a different level. And it's sad, really, because you never know what someone's going
Yeah,
through.
well, I mean, exactly. The funny thing is as well, I kind of had that because I've known Incognito for a very long time, right? But the year, like a couple of years ago, when Incognito sang, when you had Josh Milan, you had Hannah Kemo singing with Josh Milan. So I literally went to, I mean, I go all the time, but I went to Southport to see her sing there. And you guys were on, I think,
Yeah,
before, wasn't you?
I think
Was you on
so.
before?
I think
Yeah, I
so.
think he was on before, and I was
Yeah.
just standing there, and I was like, "Oh, Hannah's coming on," and I was just standing there going, "Oh my god, I need to work with her. I need to work with her." And I was like, "It's Incognito. Shut up, Pat." And I'm thinking, I don't care. I'm going to work with her. I don't know how I'm going to do it, and then it was like probably about a year after that or a couple of years after that. But I remember that time sitting there thinking, you can't work with her. What are you thinking about? You ain't ready. You know what I mean? But again,
You
got the
sent me some
dream.
good music, Pat, and that's why. At the end of the
Yeah, no,
day,
I appreciate it, I do, but I'm just saying, like, when, like, what you said, where people see you doing stuff and think you, like, oh, you can't approach them, which I know because I've been on that side where I thought I can't approach you, and then luckily we've got together, and you know what I think what we've done is really amazing. Just got a question from Bob Jeffries. Did Imaani ever sing with Lyndon David Hall, his favourite male vocalist?
no, I didn't get to sing with Lyndon. God rest his soul. No, I didn't. It's really
Genius as
sad,
well,
actually.
wasn't he?
Yeah, he was amazing. He was amazing. No, no, no. I wish I had.
Yeah, so it's one of those things as well, isn't it? Where, you know, there's so many things in life where we wish we did, and I
Yeah.
really do try and tell myself, if you want to do it, try and do it, because you know, if you don't, funny quick story sideline, but it was oh my God, All in All. Who did All in All?
Joyce Sims.
Joyce Sims. So years ago, I reached out to her and said, Joyce, I really want to do something with you, right? Again, and this is like way back. And then one day I was in the gym, and it must have been about 5 years later, and I saw this message saying, oh yeah, I'm coming over to the UK. We should do. I was like, man, I missed the message.
You see.
But it's one of those where I'm still so glad that I actually reached out, and I'm really proud that I got a reply back. So
You gotta try it. You've always got to try a thing.
things,
You have to
guys.
try a thing. Try a thing. And
Exactly.
also, I will say this: At Jazz bigged you up hard.
Did you really?
At Jazz bigged you up hard. So even
Oh
before I
man,
responded to you,
Martin, thank you,
yeah,
brother.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's such a lovely guy, isn't he? We love him to bits. But no,
Mate,
he bigged you up hard, and I said, all right, do you know what? Let
oh
me
wow, that is
let me
amazing.
follow
Like
that
he's the
through.
Gandalf of for me. He's the goat, man. Seriously, the guy, like, you know, the producer's producer, sound designer, everything. You know, as
Yeah,
creative as they get. When he brings out a new tune or a new style, it's just incredible. So yeah, the fact that I can actually call him a friend is
yeah.
something that again I never thought I would be in this position where he's almost kind of my mentor as well, and really does help me, and obviously help me here as well. So thank you, Martin. What's your writing process? People always ask that.
I have to record the very first thing that I think of. I mean, the very first thing. So if you send me a track and I press play, I need to be recording at the same time that I press play.
Oh, I love that. I
Because if
love
I
that.
hum something, it's probably a confidence thing. I'm probably more likely to discard something if I hadn't made an effort to record it.
Oh,
So
really?
press play, have a little hum along, see if anything
Can
falls
you
out.
remember if you do that and then you listen, and if is it also that if you don't record it, you forget it?
Yes, yeah, because I'm not going to
Because
sing the
some
same
people
thing
are really good
twice.
when they can do that and just recall straight away. And I'm kind
No,
of the same as well. If I don't get, like, if I've got a melody or something or a little vibe, I have to kind of record it first time. Even with a mix, if I
yeah,
get like new tunes, my best mix is always when I'm just playing them off the cuff. And some people struggle with
absolutely.
that. But for me, the first time I play these new tunes, it usually goes down bang on. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
So,
So for me, it's normally in that first take, I can probably find a bit of melody or some lyric or something that's fallen out. And I
yeah.
usually, 99% of the time, will go with something that I got on that first take.
Oh,
I don't know
wicked. I love
why.
that.
It's just the first things that come out of my brain are normally the
Yeah,
best.
but that means
And if I
you're
don't,
like me. You're a vibe person. It's all about vibe, catching
yeah,
that. You know, when you got the vibe, it is like natural. Again, I've probably from the years of listening to the band and having big speakers around you, you kind of like it's just ingrained in you, isn't it?
I think so. I think so. And I'm not always successful. I've always described my writing style as mediocre with occasional flashes of brilliance. So,
Ah, yeah, well,
do you know what I mean?
we got a flash of brilliance with both of
Yeah.
you.
But when I feel it, I go
So
for it
what
and
comes
I
first, the
finish it.
melody or the words?
Melody first.
Okay, so
Melody first.
you kind of scat out the melody
Yeah.
and then bring the words in afterwards.
I
And
normally
how do you
find
get inspiration for the words?
words normally as I'm humming along or singing along to a new track, there might be the odd word that might fall out. And I think Fool for You. A fool for you. I think that actually was in my first take.
Wicked.
And got me in a daze. Is it just a phase? Feeling is amazing. That
Tune.
I had the
So
melody
catchy.
for that. I had that melody, and
Yeah.
then I think
Yeah,
it's like
I love the cadence of it. It's wicked. DJ Tim's big up. Jay Wilson, hello. Right, let's crack on. Oh,
go
right,
on.
we'll
I've got
come back to
five
that
minutes,
one.
my darling.
You up?
I've got 5 minutes. I'm so sorry. I've got another
No,
interview.
it's all right. You did tell me that. That's why I was trying to get on. What's your favourite song
Of all time. Don't
of
do
your
that to
own?
me.
Your favourite own song?
Found My Light. And that's because I wrote it about my son, who is my true light. And it shows me that when you're honest about your feelings in music, people really understand it, and they go
Ain't
along with it.
that the truth? Yeah, me and wifey were like, come on, and when we was on the way down to Bournemouth, and we was like, this tune, man, it's just so beautiful. Okay, tell us something about you that you've never told an interviewer yet. Maybe a hobby, something outside of music, so people can get to know
All
you.
right, all right. I'm a school governor.
You are
I'm a school governor.
the dreadlocks governor.
I am the dreadlocks governor. I've been a
Oh,
school
wicked.
governor in 3 different places for the last, how old is my son now? 13 years. So I was a trustee of his nursery, I was a governor of his primary school, and I'm a governor of his secondary school. And I never tell them what I do for a living.
Oh, wicked.
I always use my real name, which is not Imaani, and we're not. You can look it up, but I'm not going to say it on here. And
That's all right.
I quietly go about my business and do my stuff, and I'm conscientious and I work really hard at it. And it's a family business. My dad has an OBE for services to the community in Nottingham.
Wow.
He
Wow.
fought
So you've
racism
grown
for
up
a living.
in service as such. Well, that's
Yeah.
brilliant.
So
Thanks for sharing that with us. That's
there you go.
gorgeous. Also, if you wasn't a singer, what would you be?
I wanted to be like my dad when I was young. It was my dream to follow my dad and be community relations. And
But you kind of did with the governor stuff as well.
yeah,
So
well,
well
he's an
done.
activist. He's an activist. He's in his
Oh,
80s now, and
brilliant.
he's still working. And I would have followed him gladly because he does. He's always been
Yeah.
done such worthwhile work, and he's changed so many people's lives. So,
Absolutely. Funny enough, me and wife, we were talking about that yesterday. Of people being apathetic and say, "Does it really matter? Can you really make change?" And I think we all have to fight for it. So I'm glad that you know, your life and your dad's life is dedicated to that as well.
yeah.
So that's great. Okay, as we're going to wrap it up, um, 2 questions. Dream collaboration.
Oh,
Come on,
that's
just let it
hard because
breathe. Just go for it.
there's so
Just go
many
for it.
amazing people. I can tell you what I'm doing coming up
Oh,
is
perfect.
or should I? But I'm
That was the next
back
question
with the
anyway. So,
layabouts.
huh?
I'm back with the layabouts. So
Oh, wow.
Found My Light was done. That was remixed. I did it actually with real people, and it was remixed by the layabouts. And then we've done a few tunes. I'm on their album. I think we've done 3 or 4 in total.
Perfect.
And we are back in the studio in the next couple of weeks.
And they've just created the baddest studio in the world, isn't it?
Yes, they have indeed, and I've been down there, and it's gorgeous.
I've not been down there yet. I
Oh,
can't
it's
wait. When I
so
grow
good.
up, I want to go down there.
No,
Lee,
it's
let
so
me come
lovely.
down. Invite me down, Lee, please, brother.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm in there soon. So yeah, and we're
So,
off to do
okay,
Spring
what's next
Fiesta.
for Imaani? Where can people catch you? What should they be looking out for?
You know, I do all sorts of stuff. So I have 2 bands of my own. I have an acoustic style band with a double bass at the heart of it. We're at Soul Mama in London on the 18th of October.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but before that, the beginning of October, I'll be in South Africa
Oh
at
wow,
Spring
the
Fiesta.
motherland, Spring
I
Fiesta.
know
That's one of their biggest, isn't it?
it is. It
How
is.
many
So
people do they have there? Is
oh,
it a
don't.
hundred?
I can't even think about it. It's too many thousands.
Yeah,
Last
well,
time I did it
we could
was.
all research that. And where can people find Imaani? Apart from on Bedfunk, of course.
What do you mean musically? What to find? What?
Yeah, just find you online. Is there
It's you look for the Imaani, TheImaani. That's Facebook, Insta, X.
Lovely. And we'll put
I
some
haven't made
links
it
up.
over to TikTok yet. I'm not a TikToker, so maybe I should pull my finger out. My son shakes his head at me.
Yeah,
So.
at least get a placeholder on there. I think I've just gone to the dark side as well. So
Oh, I've got the
um,
placeholder. I've just never used it.
yeah, that's all right. It's just you're gonna get on there at some point. So I'm like,
Yeah.
rather sooner rather than later. I did the same as you, dodged it for ages. Wished I got on there earlier. But
Yeah.
Imaani, it's been a pleasure. It's been beautiful. Thanks for everyone who's like logged in. Frank Ainsworth, big up, bruv. So Fall for You comes out tomorrow on pre-order. So I'll post some links up. If you go to www.bedfunk.com, have all the info, all the feedback, beautiful feedback as it comes in, and any information about anything that's going on. Imaani, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your talent, and we
Thank
really
you.
do welcome you on Bedfunk. Thanks for taking the
I
time to do this.
appreciate you.
I know you're a very busy woman, but it's been really, really beautiful to get to know you a bit better. And
Thank
I'm
you.
sure for the people listening, and as the feedback says, you're a legend, you're a queen, and
Oh,
you're absolutely so humble and wonderful. It's been literally a beautiful experience working with you. So
thank you. Can I thank everybody else on here? I've seen some of the comments popping up while I've been talking to you guys. You bigging me up too much. I don't know what to do with that. Luckily, I've got all this face on, so you can't see how red I am underneath it. I appreciate you all so, so much, and thank you.
beautiful. You have a wonderful day, and
We'll
we'll
speak
speak
soon,
soon.
Pat.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Take care. Bye,
All
love.
right. Bye bye. If you jump off, I'll stay on for a little bit and maybe answer some
Oh,
questions.
no,
And
you're asking me how to jump off. Right, I think I've got an X here.
all
Bye.
right, then. Bye. So that was Imaani. Wow. Oh, it's just me now. Okay, I couldn't even see her on camera. So yeah, she is super humble. Mark Randall, she is a superstar. Yes, we are very, very. Adam Denby Ash, big up, brother. Yeah, we're very, very honoured to have her on the label. You know, she's done some amazing music and found my light. You know, the original with the layabouts is such a beautiful tune, and then it's been reimagined by At Jazz. So thank you, Martin, for kind of helping making this happen, because you know, it's a massive deal for us to have Imaani on the label. You know, 28 years with Incognito. So you know, we're talking, you know, one of the best soul funk bands out there that, you know, really, really shaped the musical landscape of soul. And when obviously what we do is soulful house, which is, you know, a descendant of, you know, the precursor being soul music, and disco. So she's talking about Shaka Khan as well, which is just incredible. What a wonderful lady, and what a lovely story. And how great. I mean, we could probably talk for forever. I could um, definitely talk to her forever. She's just got stories upon stories upon stories. And as you can see, she's so down to earth and humble with all the talent she is. And luckily, most of the best ones are. So as I said, we're just so happy to have her on Bedfunk. And again, to all the people who were listening, from me and Bedfunk, thank you so much for all the support you've given us over the last 47 releases, or 46, this being the 47th coming out. All the singers, artists, producers who have trusted us with their music, like GJ right now. We've got some exciting news. I don't even want to tell you about it yet, but we've just signed a, a set of producers, a pair of producers who are absolutely amazing and incredible. But I want to save that to announce that in its own right. And also till everything's done, I'm always like, I can't believe this is happening. So I kind of like don't like speaking, and it's not a case of all something big's coming like show, but just more like, you know what I mean. I just can't actually believe it till it's signed, sealed, and delivered, which it is signed, but till it's on the label and in the machine as such. But yeah, we've got some really big news. We've got lots of new releases coming this year. You've probably seen some of the videos. Hi Heidi, how you doing, darling? Good to see you. So we've got, well, tomorrow I've got another session with the wonderful Amber Claire. So we done a track called, so much music, so much. Love is the Answer, which is a beautiful track we wrote. I played it in a few of my gigs, played it in a few of the mixes. So check it out. Hope you like it. Love is the Answer. She's got a wonderful voice, and can't wait to record something new with her. So we're writing something again from scratch. This was a brand new track. She come in, we wrote a track, we recorded it. It was awesome, and that's something we do love to do at Belkin. I only worked there for 10 years ago, but at Bedfunk, it's something that it's one of the things that I love most is the creative process. Working with Ziggy and bringing new music to life. Straight from our heads. It's a beautiful feeling. We don't believe in we don't do much sampling or anything like that. It's all original music, which again in this day and age is really hard to do, really hard to push. But it's a labour of love that I'm prepared to do. And like I say, once we've got the music down, the next part is bringing together original songs, and they come really organically. So me and Amber are going to be doing something tomorrow. I don't even know what's going to go down, but we'll probably do a little bit of video. But that's going to be fun. And I've just done something with Macy Lee as well, which again, another track. We just jumped in the studio and the same thing. We had a track, and we jumped on and we sat there and carved something out, and it's come out really beautifully as well. That one's called Time. And time is something that we kind of almost don't have enough of, because we've got so much music and it seems like there's not enough time to put it all out and give it space to breathe. God, I can talk fast, can't I? But give it space to breathe and make sure that what we don't want to do is tracks to get lost because we're just flinging them out, because every single one is a labor of love. And it is a baby, it's like our baby. So hopefully we're doing it justice, and hence the reason for this live feed with Imaani to be like giving this track the heads up that it needs. Fall for You coming out tomorrow with the wonderful Imaani and myself on production, and Ziggy Funk on keys. It's a beautiful track, and again, totally organic. What else have we got coming up? I've done something with, we like the funks in Bedfunk. It's quite funny, isn't it? Because obviously me and Ziggy Funk do the music. So Pat Bedeau, Ziggy Funk, Bedfunk, even though this happened, Bedfunk was created way before I even met Ziggy. And then I've got another track that's called, oh my God, what is it called? I don't know, it's called something else, but it's with, I've got mental blockage with myself and Nita Funk, both on vocals, believe it or not. So it's another lovely, deep, bumpy track, and there's plenty more to come. I could talk for ages about the stuff we got going on, but really what you need to do is jump onto www.bedfunk.com, and as it's ready, we'll be dropping it on there. Join us on Bandcamp. You can join us on Instagram. You can join us on TikTok, Facebook. We're all over the socials, and we do appreciate everyone liking, sharing, and interacting. It's beautiful, and the journey continues. It's a lovely. We've got a lot to end on. For 2025 has been great with tracks from Rona Ray, Anna Marie Johnson, Hannah Chemo, and we are going to be doing a live performance at Househeads London. We're going to be performing some of our new stuff, both the girls, and also What's the Answer, which is a beautiful track that, again, we all got together and wrote, and this was all four of us, including Ziggy in the studio, and we come up with a real gem, we think, anyway. We really, really like it, and it's music from the heart and from our soul. So yeah, stay peeled, and please support the music where you can. Keep sharing and liking. As an independent label, it really, really does help, and we don't like sponsors, ads, or anything like that. We like to keep it real and keep it in the family as such. So check out Bedfunk for upcoming gigs. There's plenty going on. We've got a few Bedfunk takeovers coming out back end of this year and next year as well. So really exciting times. We hope you stick around for the journey. So I'm going to jump off now because I've got 3 kids down there. I don't know what they've done. It's going to be interesting to walk through that door, but they seem quite quiet. So thank you, kids, for locking in. Thanks, Alenka, my wife, for bearing with me in all that we do and supporting me, because she does have to do a lot of family stuff while I'm gallivanting around the world trying to make it happen as such. So thanks, guys. Remember, bedfunk.com, Full For You, Pat Bedeau and Imaani, out on pre-order tomorrow. Check out all the links, and we'll see you soon. Peace. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. And as I say, thanks very much for the support. Big love. Bless.